From high above, the desert looks almost lifeless. Endless waves of sand stretch toward the horizon. Jagged rock formations rise from the earth like ancient monuments. The sun beats down relentlessly, turning the landscape into a furnace during the day, while cold winds sweep across the dunes after sunset. Rain may not fall for months, sometimes even years. Water is so scarce that every drop becomes a treasure. To most forms of life, this is a world of impossible challenges. Yet hidden within this seemingly barren wilderness lives one of nature's most extraordinary survivors, a creature so small and fragile-looking that few would expect it to endure these conditions. The desert chameleon. Unlike the giant mammals that roam Africa's savannas or the powerful predators that dominate food chains elsewhere, the desert chameleon survives through patience, precision, and remarkable adaptation. It has evolved over millions of years to master an environment that destroys countless other species. But before we can understand the chameleon, we must first understand the desert itself. Deserts cover nearly 1/3 of Earth's land surface. While many people imagine endless seas of sand, deserts come in many forms. Some are rocky plateaus. Others are vast gravel plains. Many contain rugged mountains, dry riverbeds, and scattered vegetation struggling to survive in the harsh climate. Among the most challenging are the deserts of southern Africa, where several species of chameleons have adapted to conditions that seem almost impossible for reptiles. Here, temperatures can swing dramatically within a single day. During the afternoon, the ground may become hot enough to burn exposed skin. At night, temperatures can drop so rapidly that survival requires an entirely different set of strategies. Every creature living here faces the same fundamental problem: finding enough water. For most animals, water comes directly from rivers, lakes, or rainfall. In the desert, those resources are often absent. Many species have evolved unique methods of collecting moisture from the environment. Some obtain it from food. Others extract tiny amounts from morning dew. A few have developed behaviors so specialized that scientists are still discovering how they work. The desert chameleon belongs to this elite group of survivors. At first glance, it appears vulnerable. It moves slowly. It lacks powerful claws or impressive teeth. It cannot outrun predators. It does not possess venom. By all conventional measures, it should be at a disadvantage. Yet appearances can be deceiving. The chameleon's greatest weapons are not strength or speed, but adaptation and intelligence shaped by evolution. Its independently moving eyes can scan different directions simultaneously. Its specialized feet allow it to grip branches with remarkable precision. Its camouflage can make it nearly invisible against the desert landscape. Every feature has been refined through countless generations of survival. But perhaps the most remarkable fact is that much of the chameleon's daily battle remains hidden from human eyes. Long before dawn, while the desert is still cloaked in darkness, these tiny reptiles begin a routine that may determine whether they survive another day. They must manage heat, conserve water, avoid predators, and find food in a place where resources are extraordinarily limited. Each sunrise marks the beginning of a new challenge. And each sunset represents another victory. As researchers venture deeper into these deserts, they uncovered behaviors so astonishing that they transformed our understanding of reptile survival. What they discovered revealed that the desert chameleon is far more than a master of camouflage. It is a living example of nature's ability to adapt against overwhelming odds. And in the next chapter, we will follow the desert chameleon through its most critical daily struggle, the relentless search for water in one of the driest environments on Earth. As dawn breaks over the desert, the world remains quiet. The intense heat of the day has not yet arrived, and for a brief moment, the landscape exists in a delicate balance between cold night air and the coming furnace of sunlight. It is during these precious hours that the desert chameleon begins one of the most important tasks of its life: finding water. For most animals, water is an obvious resource. It flows in rivers, collects in ponds, or falls regularly from the sky. In the desert, however, water is often invisible. Weeks, months, and sometimes years can pass without significant rainfall. Survival depends on finding moisture wherever it exists, no matter how small the amount. The desert chameleon has evolved to exploit opportunities that many other animals would never notice. As the first light touches the landscape, tiny droplets of moisture may begin forming on vegetation, stones, and branches. These droplets are so small that they can easily go unnoticed by human observers. Yet for a thirsty chameleon, they can mean the difference between life and death. Researchers observing desert reptiles have documented fascinating behaviors associated with morning moisture collection. Chameleons often position themselves strategically among plants where condensation is most likely to form. They remain still and patient, conserving energy while waiting for nature to provide its scarce gift. Unlike animals that can travel great distances to reach water sources, the desert chameleon must rely on efficiency. Every movement consumes valuable energy. Every unnecessary action increases risk. Predators are always watching, and exposure to the rising heat can quickly become dangerous. Patience becomes a survival tool. When moisture is available, the chameleon carefully drinks tiny droplets from leaves, branches, and surfaces around it. The quantities may seem insignificant, but over time these small amounts help sustain life in an environment where abundance simply does not exist. Water is not the only challenge. Food is equally scarce. The desert may appear empty, but countless insects emerge during the cooler hours of the day. Beetles crawl across the sand. Ants follow invisible trails. Small flying insects move among desert shrubs. To the chameleon, these creatures represent both nourishment and hydration. Its hunting technique is among the most remarkable in the animal kingdom. Remaining almost perfectly motionless, the chameleon waits for the right opportunity. Its eyes move independently, scanning multiple directions at once. One eye may track a passing beetle while the other watches for danger. This extraordinary visual system allows the reptile to gather information continuously without revealing its presence. Then comes the strike. In less than a fraction of a second, the chameleon launches its tongue with astonishing speed and accuracy. The specialized tongue can extend far beyond the length of its body, capturing prey before the insect has any chance to react. What appears to be a simple movement is actually the result of one of nature's most sophisticated biological mechanisms. Every successful hunt provides not only calories, but also precious moisture contained within the insect's body. In the desert, food and water are often inseparable. As the morning progresses, temperatures begin climbing rapidly. The comfortable conditions of dawn disappear. The sand grows hotter. Shadows shrink. The danger of overheating increases with every passing hour. Now the chameleon faces a new challenge. It has secured moisture. It has hunted successfully. But surviving the desert requires more than finding resources. It must survive the deadly heat itself. And as scientists would discover, the strategies used by desert chameleons to avoid becoming victims of the sun are every bit as extraordinary as their methods of finding water. In the next chapter, we will uncover how these tiny reptiles defeat one of the most powerful forces in nature, the relentless desert heat. By mid-morning, the desert has transformed. The gentle coolness of dawn is gone, replaced by an unforgiving heat that radiates from every surface. The sand begins to shimmer beneath the sunlight. Rocks absorb enormous amounts of thermal energy. Even the air itself seems to vibrate under the intensity of the sun. For many desert animals, this is the most dangerous part of the day. A lack of water can kill slowly, but extreme heat can become deadly within hours. The desert chameleon understands this challenge instinctively. Every action it takes is guided by millions of years of evolution, fine-tuned to survive conditions that would overwhelm most creatures. Unlike mammals, chameleons cannot regulate their body temperature internally. They rely entirely on the environment. This limitation may seem like a disadvantage, but in the desert, it has led to remarkable adaptations. As temperatures rise, the chameleon carefully monitors its surroundings. Its position on a branch is never random. A few inches of movement can mean the difference between comfort and danger. One side of a shrub may offer direct sunlight, while the other provides cooling shade. Throughout the day, the reptile constantly adjusts its location, balancing warmth and protection with extraordinary precision. Scientists call this behavior thermoregulation. To the chameleon, it is simply survival. Researchers studying desert reptiles have observed individuals moving through a series of microhabitats during the day. Rather than remaining in one place, they exploit tiny differences in temperature that exist within the environment. A shaded branch, a crevice between rocks, or the underside of vegetation can provide critical relief from the relentless heat. The desert may appear uniform to human eyes, but to a chameleon, it is a landscape filled with thermal opportunities. Color also plays a role. Contrary to popular belief, chameleons do not change color solely for camouflage. Their coloration can help regulate body temperature and communicate with other chameleons. During cooler periods, darker tones may help absorb heat more efficiently. Under intense sunlight, lighter shades can reduce heat absorption. This ability provides another layer of protection in a world where temperature constantly threatens survival. But heat is only part of the danger. The desert sky holds predators. Birds of prey patrol the landscape from above, their sharp eyesight capable of detecting the slightest movement. Falcons, hawks, and other hunters search relentlessly for vulnerable animals. For a small reptile exposed on a branch, discovery can mean instant death. The chameleon's response is extraordinary. When danger approaches, it often freezes completely. Not a muscle moves. Not a single unnecessary motion betrays its presence. Its camouflage blends seamlessly with branches, leaves, and desert vegetation. Predators scanning the landscape may look directly at the reptile and never realize it is there. This strategy has saved countless generations. Yet camouflage is not always enough. Some predators hunt by smell. Others search carefully through vegetation. Snakes, in particular, pose a serious threat. Silent and patient, they can approach with little warning. For a desert chameleon, every day is a balance between finding food, conserving water, regulating temperature, and avoiding becoming food itself. It is a constant struggle. A single mistake can end a life. And still, the species continues to thrive. As the afternoon heat reaches its peak, the chameleon retreats deeper into the safety of shrubs and rocky shelters. Here it waits, conserving energy while the desert remains at its most dangerous. But survival in the desert is not merely about enduring the present. It is about ensuring the future. Because even the most perfectly adapted survivor faces one ultimate challenge: reproduction. Finding a mate, protecting offspring, and passing on the traits that have allowed these reptiles to conquer one of Earth's harshest environments is perhaps the greatest test of all. In the next chapter, we will explore the hidden world of desert chameleon courtship, reproduction, and the extraordinary journey of a new generation born into a land of extremes. As the fierce heat of the afternoon slowly fades and long shadows begin to stretch across the desert floor, a different chapter of the chameleon's life unfolds. The struggle for survival is not only about enduring another day. It is about ensuring that future generations can continue the story. For desert chameleons, reproduction is a race against time. The desert is unpredictable. Rainfall is rare, food availability changes constantly, and environmental conditions can shift dramatically from one season to the next. Every reproductive opportunity is precious. Missing the right moment could mean waiting months, or even longer, for another chance. When the breeding season arrives, the behavior of these normally solitary reptiles begins to change. Males become more active, moving beyond their usual territories in search of females. Their colors often become brighter and more vivid than at any other time of year. What many people think of as simple color changing is actually a sophisticated form of communication. Bright patterns can signal strength, health, and dominance to rivals while attracting potential mates. But competition is intense. When two males encounter one another, dramatic displays may occur. They expand their bodies, alter their coloration, and attempt to appear larger and more intimidating. In many cases, these visual contests determine the winner without physical conflict. Fighting wastes energy, and in the desert, energy is too valuable to squander. The strongest and healthiest males earn the opportunity to reproduce. Once mating occurs, the female carries the responsibility of ensuring the next generation survives. Her challenge is enormous. She must locate a safe nesting site in an environment filled with dangers. Choosing the wrong location could doom her offspring before they even hatch. Researchers have observed female chameleons spending days searching for suitable nesting areas. Soil conditions, temperature, moisture levels, and protection from predators all play critical roles. Eventually, she selects a location and begins digging. The process is slow and exhausting. Using her limbs with remarkable determination, she creates a chamber beneath the surface. Once complete, she deposits her eggs and carefully covers them, leaving almost no visible sign of their presence. Then she leaves. Unlike many mammals and birds, desert chameleons provide no parental care after the eggs are laid. From that moment forward, the fate of the next generation depends entirely on the environment. Beneath the desert soil, the eggs face numerous threats. Predators may uncover them. Extreme temperatures can halt development. Unexpected weather events may destroy the nest. Yet those that survive continue developing in silence, hidden beneath the sands. Weeks pass. Then months. Finally, one day, movement begins inside the eggs. Tiny chameleons emerge into a world that offers no protection, no guidance, and no second chances. From the very first moment of life, they are on their own. Instinct becomes their greatest ally. Without ever meeting their parents, the hatchlings already possess many of the behaviors necessary for survival. They know how to seek shelter. They instinctively avoid open exposure. They begin hunting small insects almost immediately. Yet only a fraction will reach adulthood. The desert is merciless. Predators lurk everywhere. Food can be scarce. Heat, drought, and competition eliminate countless young animals every year. Survival is never guaranteed. And still, generation after generation, the desert chameleon endures. Each survivor carries forward millions of years of evolutionary success, preserving adaptations that have allowed this species to thrive where so many others fail. But the challenges facing desert chameleons today extend beyond natural predators and environmental extremes. A new threat is emerging. One unlike anything their ancestors ever faced. In the final chapter, we will explore how climate change, habitat disruption, and human activity are reshaping the future of these remarkable reptiles, and whether the masters of desert survival can overcome the greatest challenge in their history. For millions of years, desert chameleons have survived against extraordinary odds. They have endured blistering heat, prolonged droughts, relentless predators, and some of the harshest environmental conditions found anywhere on Earth. Generation after generation, they adapted, evolved, and persisted. Their story is one of resilience, a testament to nature's remarkable ability to thrive in places where life seems impossible. Yet today, a new challenge is emerging. Unlike the dangers faced by their ancestors, this threat is developing at a pace rarely seen in natural history. Across many desert regions, scientists are observing changes in temperature patterns, rainfall cycles, and seasonal weather events. Areas that once followed predictable environmental rhythms are becoming increasingly unstable. Heat waves are growing more intense. Droughts are lasting longer. Some ecosystems are changing faster than many species can adapt. For animals that depend on precise environmental conditions, even small changes can have significant consequences. The desert chameleon's survival strategy is built upon balance. Its daily routines, breeding cycles, hunting behavior, and temperature regulation all rely on environmental cues that have remained relatively stable for thousands of years. As these conditions shift, the challenges become more complex. Researchers have documented changes in insect populations throughout various desert ecosystems. Since insects serve as a primary food source for chameleons, fluctuations in prey availability can directly affect survival rates. Reduced food resources mean less energy, fewer successful breeding seasons, and greater competition among individuals. Habitat fragmentation presents another concern. As human activities expand into previously undisturbed areas, natural habitats become divided into smaller and more isolated sections. Roads, development projects, mining operations, and infrastructure can disrupt migration patterns and limit access to critical resources. For a species already living on the edge of environmental possibility, every disruption matters. Yet despite these challenges, the desert chameleon continues to demonstrate the extraordinary adaptability that has defined its existence for millions of years. Scientists studying these reptiles often describe them as living examples of evolutionary ingenuity. Their specialized eyes, remarkable camouflage, efficient hunting techniques, and sophisticated thermoregulation strategies represent solutions refined through countless generations. Every adaptation tells a story. A story of survival. A story of persistence. A story of life finding a way. Perhaps that is why the desert chameleon captivates researchers and wildlife enthusiasts alike. It reminds us that nature's greatest successes are not always found in the largest, fastest, or strongest animals. Sometimes they are found in the smallest creatures, quietly overcoming challenges that seem impossible. As the sun sets over the desert and the dunes glow with shades of orange and gold, a chameleon settles among the branches of a solitary shrub. Tomorrow will bring the same challenges it has faced its entire life, finding water, locating food, avoiding predators, and surviving the relentless heat. And tomorrow, it will begin the struggle again. Not because survival is guaranteed, but because survival is what it was born to do. From the silent dunes to the rocky outcrops, from the cool dawn air to the burning afternoon sun, the desert chameleon stands as one of nature's most remarkable survivors, a tiny reptile that conquered one of the harshest environments on Earth. Its story is not merely about adaptation. It is about resilience. It is about endurance. And above all, it is a reminder that even in the most unforgiving corners of our planet, life possesses an extraordinary determination to survive. End.